Welcome to What the Wrestling, the podcast where you break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJ.
You already know what time it is. WWE main event. That was yesterday. And we are here to talk about it. So let us not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome everyone to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. As always, I am your host, RJD. Yesterday we had Saturday night's main event, and dare I say, it was a predictable but good show. Excuse me. First things first. Oh man. First things first, I'm a little under the weather, so we must bear with me. First things first, I am under the weather, so please bear with me in the chat. Bear with me. Give me some grace. Cut me some slack. I am not feeling well. No one in my household is, and it's been a rough 24, 48, 72 hours, but we still had some wrestling yesterday, and we still got some reviewing to do today, and we still going to talk that talk and keep things rocking and rolling. So if I have to sneeze, if I have to pause, if I have to do what I have to do, just bear with a brother as we try to get over this common cold all up in here. So with that being said, we are here. Updates. I'm still working out the kinks to what we got going on. Still working out the kinks to the live stream. I might save the live streaming for January when they go to Netflix, and then I'll live stream directly after the Monday Night Raw is over. Raw will be going back to 3 hours. Actually, I might not even be able to at that day. I might have to do it the next day. Well, we'll see. I'm playing it by ear. We're gonna see what happens. So excuse me if I have my trusted water here. We're gonna drink some water. Excuse me if I take a break or two. We gotta make sure we get through this, cause I'm real nasally tonight. So listen, it's just not looking good because I don't know what's going on here. It's all good. Listen, I don't know if you can hear the sound bites, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful to be here. We're going back to updates. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to see people rocking out, excited that I am back in business and rocking out with you guys. And listen, we're going to grow this channel. We're going to grow this channel, take it serious, bring you to wrestling, give you my thoughts, and we're going to keep it pushing. So I'm grateful, and I thank you for being here. Main event, let's get into it. So with that being said, there's a lot that happened, and first thing I want to say is good to see the old school back. We had the old school field. They were in the Nassau Coliseum, if I wasn't mistaken. I knew some people that were in the house, so shout out to them. But it definitely had the old school feel. We definitely had Jesse Ventura. To me, it was good to hear his voice, but he kind of was all over the place at certain points. He had the old school get up, which was cool. But first things first, let's talk about the show in itself. The show was a very predictable but good show. I think I pretty much got all my predictions right. Yeah, I got all my predictions right. And what I did like about it is the stuff that they didn't show. Now, when you're on network TV, you don't have time to play around and you get a run over. When you're on channel 2, channel 4, channel 5, it's a hard stop and there ain't nothing anybody could do about it. And KO did deliver a package power driver to Cody. He got stretchered off, so the crowd got to see that live. We did not. We had to see it on Twitter and Facebook and all that. And also to add to it, Triple H came out there and was shoving KO around a little bit. And that was kind of cool to see. They have done this with The Rock before. They've done this with other people. And I think it's kind of dope with things happening when it goes off the air and then you get to use social media and get clicks, because millions and millions of people are going to click those videos because they weren't able to see it live. And once the word of mouth catches wind of it, everybody's going to go looking for it. So I think that's kind of cool. And Triple H is definitely in tune with what's going on, because he's using social media very effectively. So shout out to him for that. He did get a little physical, a little pushy. So that was kind of cool. I dig the old school aspect. I don't know how many of these Saturday night main events they're going to have, but I hope they keep them going. Another thing that I liked, we got to see the Winged Eagle belt back. We pretty much, if you saw what happened and Triple H gave him the briefcase and he opened it and it was gold, like Pulp Fiction, where it was like, oh, and you saw the stuff, and you pretty much knew what was going to happen there. And that was pretty cool to see, man. We haven't seen that. I haven't seen anybody wear that belt in a very long time. And I'm not going to lie to you. I know why they do it, but I miss the days of the Smoking Skull belt, the Brahma Bull belt. We had the Winged Eagle belt. We had all of these belts. And when different champions got their belt, it wasn't just the WWE belt. No, different champions customized their belts. And they were the champion and their belt was customized. Even if they had the freaking belt for a month or two, they had a customized belt. And I think they should go back to that. Because at the end of the day, let's say you have Drew McIntyre where Drew McIntyre wins a belt and he customizes it old school. Gunther has a belt and he's on their, ring general. Who else? Cody has the Cody, the American Nightmare joint on the belt. You know how many of those belts would fly off the shelf had they just did that? You know how many of them flew off the shelf back in the day? They should go back to that. They sell a hell of a lot of merch. People got a lot of money to spend nowadays too. So I think they should go back to that. Are they? Probably not, but just a thought, just an idea. I think it's pretty cool. That's just me. So let's see what happens. But good to see everybody back. Is Jimmy Hart a vampire? Jimmy Hart looks the same from the 90s, man. What the hell's going on here? That man hasn't aged a day. It's crazy. But good to see the veterans back. I think I heard somewhere that they might put a lot of old school veterans back when they do the Saturday night and the main events. And I think that's cool. Give them a reason to bring back the old timers. Even if they do one of these per quarter, all you got to do is have one or two things happen throughout the year, and just to build the intrigue. And listen, You could just call it another pay-per-view. Excuse me. You could just call it another pay-per-view. And it'll be a beautiful thing. So I look forward to seeing what they do with it. But that is what I had to talk about first and foremost. Let's get into some of these matches. There were no bad matches. And I'm not going to say anything on this show was bad. This was a pretty middle-of-the-road show. Pretty predictable show. But we had good matches all through here. And we even got a new champ. So Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. This was very good. This is all about Drew. Drew came back. Ended the match, ducked the haluva kick and hit the Claymore. He re-entered the ring and he got the 1, 2, 3. This match kind of just abruptly ended. This is not over. I heard Drew McIntyre saying 1 down, 4 to go. So you know he's not done with Punk. You know he's not done with Jay. You know he's not done with Sammy. And you know he's not done with the Bloodline. So they're going to keep this thing rolling. No way in hell you want to beat Drew McIntyre on his way back. Drew McIntyre is doing some of the best work of his career, man. I liked Drew before, but I really like Drew now. He's a big dude. He's grade A in the ring. And shout out to Drew, man. I would hit the Don DeMarco if I thought it was working, but I don't think my sound bites are working yet. I'm kind of still working on that, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, things happen. We leaders adjust. But Sami Zayn wins. So next we had Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. This was another good match. The one thing that I started to notice here was the commercial breaks. I hate commercial breaks. I do. I hate them with a passion. I hate commercial breaks. That's the only thing I hate about when it's on network television, Channel 4, Channel 5. You're going to have 1,000,001 commercial breaks. Yes, if it's on USA Network, they try not to have as many of them, but it's just different when you have the commercial breaks on network TV because they're going to get those advertisers. They're going to pay for it, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. But my God, commercial breaks suck. They definitely do. And they were real noticeable here, and they were real noticeable in the main event with the picture-in-picture. I hate picture-in-picture. I think it's stupid. But you know, they got to pay the bills, so it is what it is. Liv Morgan, Io Sky. Liv Morgan gets the win with an Oblivion, and she spiked Miss Io on her head. Not the best looking Oblivion, but what I will say is that Rhea Ripley came out after this, and at the end of the day, Rhea Ripley is going to get that title back. When? Most likely the next pay-per-view. You know she's not. You know she's going to get that title back. You know she's not done with Liv. She lost the title. Well, she never lost the title. She had to give the title up because she got hurt. And they made a story out of it. But Liv Morgan's time as champion is coming to an end. And I'm not going to lie. I just saw a Liv Morgan match from like 5-6 years ago till now. Man, she's gotten so much better. People still hate on her in the ring. And I don't know why. Liv Morgan has gotten very good in the ring, and you know everybody has a bad day. Not to say that this match was bad because it wasn't, but a lot of people hating on Liv, man. I like Liv as champ. But she gets the win here. Rhea Ripley comes out. I know why they did that. They want to introduce Rhea Ripley to a whole new audience of people, which is awesome, which is great. And she came out, and here we go. A music hit. Crowd went crazy, and that will be the next challenge for Liv Morgan. Her days are numbered. Then we had Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. This seemed like this might have only went 15 minutes. It seemed like it was quick. These guys started working very, very fast out the gate. And there's one thing you could tell. When they start working very fast, you know, like immediately, you know the match is not going that long. And when they start working very slow, you know they're going at least 25, 30 minutes. They got to let things breathe. So I ain't mad at that. This was a very good match. Everybody, as Stone Cold used to say, everybody got their shit in. So that's always a good thing. And at the end, Gunther wins. He stacked up Finn Balor after the powerbomb. And Gunther, the final boss, Gunther, is back. So I look forward to see what they do with Gunther because I don't know who's left to challenge him. that we actually give a shit about. But somebody will come along. But this was very good stuff. Now, I think Finn Balor's days with the Judgment Day are numbered. Damian Priest, he's kind of, what do you do with him now? So you kind of got to figure out where you're going to put Priest. But Gunther's still the final boss. So there will be some swaps going on soon. Then we had Chelsea Green versus Michin. And Chelsea Green got the win. I love the end of this. She basically had Michin like this. She was on the top rope. She did a front flip. She did a front flip, and then she landed in the unprettier pose and then dropped her on her head. That was pretty cool. Didn't know Chelsea Green had it in her. I mean, they're all athletes, obviously, but I was like, okay, Chelsea. Chelsea Green gets the win. I'm not gonna lie. When was it Money in the Bank? It might have been Money in the Bank. Chelsea Green did her thing in that match, taking that big ass table bump. And listen, say what you want. She hasn't been portrayed as the most serious character, but the people love them some Chelsea Green. So god damn it, put the title on her. Now, back in the day, this would not have happened because somebody like this wouldn't have got any titles or wouldn't have got rewarded for anything. I mean, damn it, we surprised Kofi got a push. They didn't even want to do that. Bryan Danielson got a push. They didn't even want to do that. But the fans make people change their mind. But Triple H is in tune with the fans, and he understands what the fans want. That's why in Triple H we trust. And Chelsea Green got the win. Shout out to Chelsea Green, man. Shout out to Chelsea Green. That's all I can say. Then you had Cody versus KO. Cody gets the win here because KO, well, first of all, we had 101 million ref bumps in this match. I can't remember the last time I seen 2 ref bumps. I can't remember, but we had 1 ref bump. KO gets a chair. He uses it. He gets the visual pin. Then we get the second ref bump. But because KO introduced the chair, Cody used it, hit the freaking the crossroads on the chair, and that was all she wrote. So I did hear some people saying, I heard some people, JD, I think said it, somebody else said it. They were saying, oh, Cody's going to be the real heel and KO's going to be the babyface because Cody cheated. Man, F all that. The fans like Cody. Cody's the babyface. We don't care about none of that shit. Cody is the babyface because we like Cody. And we don't like KO. That's who's the babyface. That's who's the heel. We don't care if he used the chairs. It's KO's fault. But after the fact, KO didn't care. He hit him with the power driver. Package power driver, Penta style. He hit him with the Penta El Cero Miedo power driver. And after that, that was all she wrote. Sayonara, good night. Thanks for coming. Thanks for playing. Cody gets carted off, as I saw on the Twitter. And Triple H came and was pushing KO around. KO was pushing him. So it looks like we're going to have a Jay White situation where KO is going to be walking around with the belt, even though he's not the champ, and he's going to be telling everybody, I beat Cody, but the ref wasn't there. It looks like that's where they're going, which is fine. We need something to do between now and the next pay-per-view, the next premium live event. We need something to do, and this will suffice. All I know is that January 6th show is going to be like a pay-per-view because, man, they're going to stack the hell out of that show, all hands on deck, and that's only, 3-4 weeks away. So I look forward to seeing how that transpires. But that was pretty much a show in a nutshell. The show was really good. Nothing too crazy on the show. As I got my van box in the back, which I forgot to put. Where is it? I forgot to put it in my closet right there. Forgot to put my shoebox back. It's all good. Listen, we keeping all that in. I ain't taking nothing out. I don't care. But it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool to see the old school come back. And I look forward to seeing what's next. So we got Monday Night Raw tomorrow. 2-hour show. Gotta love it. Because Lord knows Monday Night Raw needs to stay 2 hours. Are they going to do it? Probably not. But hey, it is what it is. What can we do? So with that being said, I am out. That's it. It's over. Everybody be safe out here. Enjoy the evening. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Catch you later. Peace.